kid you not, I was looking for a recipe like this just the other day, a classic chicken Parmesan ready in only 30 minutes. Trust Becky Low to read my mind and read my taste buds, and you are really shortening the time, though, on this dish for us.
I am. You know, I like fast recipes, and we must have been on the same wavelength.
We were totally on the same wavelength.
Yes, I love it, especially in the fall. You need to have dinner ready.
Yeah. So define chicken parm, kind of a classic.
Okay, it is classic. Normally, you take the chicken breast and you pound it out thin, bread it, and then you fry that, and then you serve it up with some tomato sauce or a pasta sauce on top of it.
For us, it's Alfredo, usually. Guilty as charged. Creamy, white sauce.
Love it, yep. So that's the classic, and it's actually an Italian-American. So, you know, anytime you have a morphed recipe, there are thousands of variations with it. But that's the classic.
This we're doing in a skillet today.
We are. We want to do it really fast, and it does take just about 30 minutes.
Nice.
So that's very nice. So let's start and talk about, you know, how we're doing this. Chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast, but instead of putting them on the counter and pounding them out, I'm taking just a knife and
you're skipping my favorite part.
You like to pound it?
The stress relief of the
Oh, you know what?
Pound.
Okay, that is good, but sometimes that also splatters chicken juice all over the place.
Oh, good point. Okay.
Okay, so you can slice it that direction so that you have nice big pieces, and it's also thin. That takes the place of the pounding. Or what I will do is just cut this into little medallions lengthwise with it, and then it becomes, I can take 1 or 2 pieces, or I can take 3 pieces instead of the whole breast.
Yeah.
Okay, from there, we will take these little pieces, and instead of putting breading on them, we will use a little bit of flour and put them in some oil, and my oil is cooled down, so that should be nice and sizzly hot, and put them into a pan just to brown. So I'm going to put just a little bit of seasoning on there. Do it to taste, but I like the garlic taste with it. Okay. Okay, so now that is not sizzling. Obviously, the heat is down. And we'll move on to the next pan. And I have, here's the chicken medallions that are already browned, and I've taken them out and put them onto a plate. Okay. Okay. So, and that's, you know, I hate sometimes, you know, just taking things out and putting them on a plate, but this is actually so that we can handle
one extra dish.
Yes, one extra one. Other than that, it's complete. So the juices that are in the bottom, we're going to put our pasta right in the bottom of the pan. Okay. Okay, a can of tomatoes, and I like the plum tomatoes, and if you want to take a knife to those and cut those up, then that is an option that you can do. We'll
so far, we're 2 for 2. Those tomatoes were hearts in the previous classroom party segment, so now they actually become dinner fare.
Yes,
funny how that works. Okay.
I also like mushrooms with mine. So undrained, that gives a little bit more juice to it, and then just a touch more liquid in order to cook that up. So between 1/3 and 1/2 cup of liquid.
And that's what the pasta, that's the liquid the pasta will cook in.
Yep, and this is coming to a boil. It will come to a boil in just a minute. Okay. And at this point, now our chicken may not have completely cooked as we were browning it. So we'll just simply put those right on the top.
It's gonna cook now.
Yes, I love that part. And then we place a lid on it and steam that. Well, we're actually cooking the pasta with it. And that finishes cooking the chicken, steams it down, makes a nice flavor, you know, gets that in there.
And no more seasoning so far that you've added?
No, it's just the garlic salt that we added to the chicken. It was this browning.
Nice.
Okay, now I also mentioned that this is a big pan. I like a big skillet. Okay. And you know, last week I was talking about skillets, and my favorite pan is a cast iron, but I don't always use just a cast iron. This is a 10-inch skillet, and that's very common in your kitchen. This is a 12-inch, and I love the 12-inch. But if you don't have a 12-inch, do you have a 12-inch in your house?
I don't think I do. I'm racking my brain.
You can still do this.
Organize my kitchen covers is on my list right now. So ask me in a week, and I'll be able to affirm or deny that question.
Okay, so Dutch oven. Just put it in the Dutch oven.
There it is.
Then you have that extra height. This pan works great, but if it's too full, you know, if it's too small, then you might have some drizzlies coming out with it. Last thing is that, you know, the classic is that breading, and we want that breading on it.
My favorite part.
Yes, and so how do we do that? Okay, we're going to pretend that this is all cooked. 10 minutes.
What do you mean? It's totally cooked.
It is cooked.
Okay.
We'll take some Parmesan cheese and some cheese croutons. Garlic cheese croutons.
So there's where your extra flavor comes in.
Yes, yes. And we have an oven at 425 degrees. And I want that to simmer a little bit, but then we would just simply put this on the top of our chicken.
Cheesy crust, Becky.
Yep, and it's another 10 minutes in the oven without a lid, and then it comes out like our pan right here.
Beautiful. Do you add cheese on top?
No, in fact, that's a good one because with the chicken Parmesan, it's a chicken. I mean, it's the cheese that's in there as well. And so what I'll do is just kind of slide that to the side. That's hot. And then we'll put our pasta on our plate.
Okay.
Okay, and then take a piece of cheese. Now this is all hot.
Okay, okay.
Okay, put the cheese on.
Oh, you're putting it underneath?
Just right,
Oh.
yeah, and there, and because it's hot, that
it'll melt it down.
Yeah, and then if you
Beautiful.
want just a little bit extra pasta sauce, you can put that over the top. Serve it with some vegetables and
Becky,
a cold glass of milk.
Of
and
course,
you've got
always
it.
the milk when Becky's cooking. We love it. 30 minutes or less. Dinner is on the table. We will post this recipe for you. Becky's chicken parm, her quick chicken parm on our website, studio5.ksl.com. And you answered my question. So thank you.
Dinner
I
tonight.
appreciate it. Dinner tonight for sure.